Hey, I'm Gabe. I'm a freelance videographer, DP, creative director, and a lot of other things that I'm not going to go into right now. I like to say I just make movies. It's simpler that way. So it's officially been about 72 hours since the Knicks won the NBA Finals.
Go ahead and cry. After 53 years, the Knicks are finally NBA champions once again. It's a playoff run for the ages.
Take a look at this. A school bus was lit on fire on 42nd Street.
Everything I did is for the Knicks. I was there when we had nothing.
And I just wanted to take some time to reflect. And this isn't going to be scripted. I'm just going to go off the dome for this. I know that's not how I usually do my videos, but I felt like there was just too much to even write down. I just wanted to talk about it. I just want to put this out there. I am the opposite of a true Knicks fan, okay? I moved to the city 6 months ago. I'm still trying to figure out what it's like to be a real New Yorker. And yes, despite this blue shirt I'm wearing and the blue splash to my left and the orange light behind me, I really wasn't aware of the Knicks until this season. But there's something so special, so fantastic about these NBA finals and actually being in the city to experience them. Look, I came from Colorado, okay? I've already experienced an NBA championship winning team in the Nuggets not even 5 years ago. But that experience was nothing, absolutely nothing like what I had here. And I could go on and on about how I've learned about the storylines of the team, about how Jalen Brunson versus Wemby is the true David and Goliath. Really what made this experience so fantastic for me was the people. And I think everyone in the city can agree that something like this, uniting all of us for a week, it was just one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in my life. I'm still not over the wave of emotions that I felt from going into watching these games, really not caring about the teams too much, and then just getting swept up in this togetherness, in this community, these dive bars, these clubs, these sports bars, these watering holes for people to simply coexist and enjoy together. So I just want to walk you through where I was during this time and the different venues I was at during these games and the albeit limited footage that I have from these experiences. So let's go.
I'm in New York State of mind.
So for game one, we were in Astoria. We were at the Bohemian Hall. I don't know exactly what it's called, to be honest, but really cool inside space, but even cooler outside space. Absolutely vast for New York City. And let me tell you, it was packed. The first thing I noticed when I walked in there was, a chessboard. Turns out Astoria Chess Club was playing on the same day as the NBA Finals Game 1, and while they still got their space and their chance to play, they were definitely outdone by the Knicks fans that night, I will say. But I would be remiss if I didn't catch a couple chess games in between, halftime and the third quarter, which, by the way, is truly only something you can experience in New York City. Come on, guys. A basketball game and chess at the same venue? Come on. And the ending of this game, what added to this whole atmosphere of hypeness and just this buzzing energy was the fact that the Knicks kept coming back. They would not be held down. They came back every single game, and every ending of every game was so hype. So you can see from that video just exactly what the energy was. Enough said. Then we get to game two. We go to the Gaff. Seriously, one of, if not, I'm going to say it, my favorite dive bar in New York City. And it's not even really a dive bar. It's just a local Irish pub in Upper East Side that I really, really love. My friends introduced me to it. Shout out, you know who you are. What makes the Gaff great is the same thing that made the Knicks finals great. It's the people that occupy the space. Now, of course, the finals brought a bunch of people who are not regulars to the bar, obviously. It was definitely wall to wall. It was extremely packed. But my friend, you know who you are, who knows the bartenders, got a space very, very early and got us a table to sit at for this game, which was great. It was perfect. And they ended up winning that game too.
What happens when New York is good at sports? This is what fucking happens.
Game 3, also at the Gaff, believe it or not. It wasn't much different. I learned at that time that the Gaff actually has a backyard, a back patio area, which is fucking sick. I had no idea. And there's a projector there, and I hung out with my friends. And yes, we watched the Knicks lose. But even so, I was brought back to this energy from the people watching the games, the continued support, the continued optimism of, going from my mayor Muslim, my bagels Jewish, my Christian Dior, Knicks in 4.
My mayor Muslim, my bagels Jewish, my Christian Dior, Knicks in
to now, okay, well, Knicks in 5. It's going to be fine, Knicks in 5. And wouldn't you know it, Game 4 was one of the most legendary NBA Finals games of all
Brunson
time.
gets it, fires up a three. Shot no good. The chip, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. With 1.2 remaining, Knicks take the lead.
This one, I was at Radagast for Williamsburg chess. We actually didn't think there was going to be any chess there because it was Game 4. We walk in, the place is packed, but the spirits are very low. Because this is when the Knicks are down. At this point, I believe it was in the second quarter, they're down like 20 points already. Everyone's like, here we go, this shit again. Because the people who actually care about this team and have cared for so many years have seen this story so many times, although not necessarily in the finals, but just in the Knicks games in general, right? So the energy was really low. We did end up playing some chess, which was great. And then we were like, you know what? Let's just go and grab a beer. How bad could it be, right? Let's just wait it out for a little bit. So we're in Williamsburg. We go to a bar. We meet up with some other friends, some other chess friends, actually. We get a beer. We're watching the game. Knicks go down 30 points. Well, 29. And at this point, we're like, okay, this is not going to end well. Let's just go home. Sometimes you just got to call it. And I honestly, for some reason, despite all of this crowd energy and the amazing, community that I was surrounded by, I still didn't feel like I just wanted to finish this game. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go home. I think it'll be fine. The Knicks will survive without me. And lo and behold, I get off at the 86th Street stop on the 6 train, check my phone. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just check what the score is. The Knicks were 4 points down. So naturally, I immediately called my friend who I was at the gaff with the last 2 nights, and I said, hey, where the F are you? He said, we're right down the street. Come right now. And so I headed there. And the moment I entered this room, oh my God, the energy is just palpable. It's visible almost, like it's in the air. You can see the little tendrils of excitement. You can see everyone literally jumping for joy. And it was an amazing anticipation until the very last second when OG delivered this legendary tip-in.
The Knicks pull off the miracle comeback and lead it 3 games to 1. Let's go!
And that night, I could not describe to you the true elation I felt. Again, from feeling like I was almost an outsider to this, sports craze in New York, I felt it. Everyone felt it. Everyone was there together, and everyone was there for each other. I remember there were these 2 older women next to me, and as everyone was going crazy, they were just kind of like, but they didn't leave because they felt it too.
We'll turn Manhattan into an Isle of Joy.
And that brings us to Game 5. And this one's pretty special, actually. Game 5 started in Harlem. We wanted to go to this place called the Harlem Tavern. We had a friend there who was promised some seats or something or other, and it didn't come through. Whatever. It's fine. There are many, many other places to go. At this point, though, the game had already started, and we knew we were behind. We knew that any public space that we went into was going to be absolutely packed. So we just started walking around Upper East Side and tried to find a spot. This is me and my friend, by the way. You know who you are. And then at some point, we walk next to this nice Italian restaurant called La Foglia, I think. And we notice that they're playing the game. And we also notice that there's an open table. We were like, oh my God, we can eat good Italian food. We can drink espresso martinis. And we can sit down and watch Game 5 of the NBA Finals. I mean, how could you say no to that? So that's exactly what we did. We went in there, no reservation needed, sat us down. We started drinking spritzes, eating calamari, and watching the game. There was this big table in front of us that were just ordering plates after plates after plates. And it was just a beautiful sight to see because we really thought at a place like this, very, very fancy, that no one would be getting super hype. Oh, but it was hype in there. I don't have any videos of the actual stuff happening, but stuff happened. But then we get to about 3 minutes left in the game. We're like, oh shit, the Knicks are coming back again. So we wrap up our stuff, we get our check, and we leave. And we go back to the gaff. And the gaff obviously is at capacity. I mean, everywhere is at capacity at this point. So we went a little bit down the street to Miller's, and they have some TVs out in the front, and it was a mob. Everyone was out there. At this point, I was really tired. We had both just been through a really long day. Energy level, was as high as it could possibly be at that point. But when the Knicks finally won, and when that final buzzer went off, I just kind of stood there and took it in. And it was beautiful. It really felt like the city was so united. And I don't think anything, I don't even think the U.S. winning the World Cup or the Mets doing really well is going to have the same effect on New Yorkers as the New York Knicks. And that's my story. Thanks for watching.